Okay, remember that they're changing my voice. Now, I know Hollywood is full of a lot of shady activity, and I don't think that being an actor is a good thing, or an actress, what have you, or a director. But with that being said, there's a lot of pretty entertaining movies out there. I watched a lot of martial art movies in my time. The Ip Man movie series, I found it pretty entertaining. A lot of Bruce Lee movies, Jackie Chan, Jet Li, old kung fu movies, what have you. And, sometimes they use pretty authentic martial art techniques in the movies, sometimes they don't. And people have a bit more of an idea than they know a little bit more than they think they do in regards to, you know, understanding my martial art argument just from movies, right? If you watch enough of these movies, some of the better movies, I suggest you watch the first Ip Man movie. The first and second one are pretty good, okay? And you try to wrap your mind around that. And, when we look at this thing and we see various angles being worked, what have you, you might be a bit confused about the fact that the person with the white gi in the picture, that's me, you know, that's a picture from 2020. I covered up my face because they try to make it so I look gay, and they changed the shape of my face and so on and so forth. And by the way, they actually, from the malnutrition I've suffered from being poisoned and stuff like that, my face has actually kind of gotten thinner and stuff like that, and it kind of resembles the way Jews look and people like that to some degree now. Okay, but you could tell that I'm not a Jew. I mean, you can analyze my head from the side view, the shape of my body still. There's a lot of things that give away that they did it to me and that I'm not naturally a crypto Jew or something. The way my father looks, what have you, right? He has a big Nigerian head that's very respectable, okay, with a very brilliant brain inside, and, very proud of my heritage and DNA and so on and so forth. Okay. Because, some people run their mouth, say, oh, people got a big head. It's okay. It's the guys with the big heads you got to worry about, so to speak, not the guys with the small head. I mean, if they want to go there, I'd go there. But, I'm not going to go there more than that. But it is what it is, right? Now, you got to understand that, in my life, I was never fucking around. I went to reform school, okay? When I was 17 or so, I was already the top martial artist, and someone attempted to stab me, and I got a few, scars on my body. But I blocked every move, and I moved masterfully and maneuvered masterfully, and chased him away with a baseball bat. Like, I'm not like these guys in the movies. These actors, they didn't have as rough of a life as I have. Okay, I have a certain fierceness, certain natural killer instinct that goes beyond most people's imagination, right? To make a long story short, if there's one person not fucking around in all of human history, it would be me. Now, I'm not some reckless brute, some kind of troublemaker, some kind of psychopath, but definitely, it's impossible for anyone to beat me fair and square. Anyone that's ever lived. So when you look at the pictures, right, and you see this kind of reduced form, you'll see some pictures they try to make so I look all bloated, which was never really how I looked. Okay, there was times when they did something funny with the poisons that, my arms were like big and funny looking, but for the most part, that's not how I looked. And in the picture, it kind of looks like I look a little bit thin or something. If you look carefully and you think about it, you know that that's not the case. Okay, I'm not this kind of beanpole, right? But I'm not this big fat guy either. Not shaped like a craftsman, not shaped like a tall Jew. I'm not shaped like a bunch of things that they try to kind of confuse you about at times. I'm not shaped like a WWF wrestler. Okay, my body shape was key. It's like a leopard's, right? What makes a leopard such a deadly hunter? Well, its brain is pretty deadly, right? It has certain fierceness, right? Its physiology. Its shape also gives away something. So my shape, in some of my pictures you can kind of see, in some pictures you can't. In this picture you can tell that I'm not playing around at all. Okay? So a lot of guys, they get into a very thoughtful martial art way, sort of graceful. There's a lot of technique and skill, but you can tell my heart it's just not playing, right? In three moves tops, I could deliver a deadly blow to the best martial artist you've ever seen. Okay? Because it's a certain way I have about me. It's like a leopard, versus, we'll say a deer, or we'll say, a Rottweiler. Okay, there's differences, right? A deer moves pretty fast, but it's no match for a leopard. A Rottweiler is pretty ferocious, but the leopard has a certain intense fierceness that goes beyond that. Now, these guys, I'm not trying to take away from whatever credit they deserve, whatever it may be, okay? But these are the facts. When you're the top martial artist ever possible, the King of Kings, the Lion of Judah, this fierce Lion of Judah, the idea that the Lion of Judah is superimposed on, right? It's like saying the leopard. I'm not a leopard, but in a sense, I'm the great leopard king, the great Lion King, the great King of Kings, right? So these are ideas that are superimposed on who I am. I'm Chukwuemeka, the top martial artist, the fair and righteous judge, the fair and righteous king. I define myself and my achievement by being loyal to God, by being morally precise. That's how I define myself. That's my lifestyle. Focus, moral intensity, universal pinpoint, and moral precision. No one can honestly criticize anything I've done in my life because I've moved masterfully. I've had psyops run on me. Any mistake is so insignificant. It's like, hey, your shoe's untied, but it's less than that. Okay? Even the clothes I wear these days, right? The reason why they look weird because I can only wear certain clothes because they're doing funny stuff. So I move with a certain purpose and confidence and dedication and determination and heart. I love with all my heart, and hand-to-hand combat, I kill with the best of them. Straight to the point, right? Straight to the carotid, the femoral, okay? The trachea, the eye, the groin. Just a ruthless, straight to the point, like a leopard is, for the kill, done. You see what I'm saying? And at world record speed, world record reflexes, and agility, nobody has a chance. And so it's that profound understanding that God set me apart to kind of show the way, right? To lead the way, to be the way. Okay, that the point of sparring, right? The highest cause and divine intention, give me the upper hand. God speed, light speed, fasting, moving fast, give me the upper hand, right? Striking like lightning, the Lord roars like thunder, strikes like lightning. Okay, give me the upper hand. Prioritization, the way I live, on the path I move. The point of contact, right? Light contact, the point of divine contact, the point of tact and contact. Spar and par, up to par. Maneuver, manning up, maneuver. Okay, marshal and marital the bridegroom. So, when you say Romeo, okay, when they say Romeo must die, I'm not some singer, shout out to Master P and them, but I'm not them. I'm a fierce, divine, sharp and passionate warrior of God that goes beyond everyone else who's ever lived. Okay? And that's part of declaring God's glory. You don't say, hey, look at that blade of grass. That's the pinnacle of God's glory. Wrong. God didn't put ice or snow in the sky. He put the sun. God didn't use flowers to come down from the sky to prove his point. He used lightning and thunder. Okay? Earthquakes. Storm. The beauty of nature, he did things a certain way. He said things have a purpose. I, at the top martial artist ever possible, have a purpose. That's also why I emphasize that I'm the top. Bruce Lee and Scott Adkins and Donnie Yen, they didn't have much of a purpose. They're just entertainers. So what they were trying to do, what they set their sights on, how they move, what their heart desired with all their heart, wasn't divine, wasn't great. It was just to entertain, make money, impress people, teach people a little cute little saying here and there. Why I have the highest cause and the most pure and divine intention. And as I step into the battlefield, they're in my field then. God gave everything into my hands, my soul, my essence. Okay? Doesn't mean I'm going to go out my way to tell a caterpillar what to do, tell an ant, tell a frog. But have no doubt in your mind that God placed me in charge. Anything worthwhile is within the boundaries of obeying God through me.